Hey guys, welcome back. DripCoach here with Drip and Farm for Poverty, where we don't trust, we verify, and operate with integrity and transparency. Let's dive in. So today we got a spicy one. Good old Gary Gensler and his team of cronies are up to no good again. So apparently on April 10th, Consensus, the parent company of MetaMask, received a Wells notice from the SEC. And then as of the 26th, it looks like Consensus actually filed a lawsuit against the SEC. So it's literally kind of a back and forth. The SEC is saying, hey, you guys are acting as a security exchange broker. And then Consensus fires back and says, let's take this to court kind of thing. And that's also on the heels of Brian Armstrong and his CFO, if I'm not mistaken, sending a response to the SEC as well, talking about that they're ready to take this to court. So it is very, very interesting. And I think it's all just kind of smoke and mirrors, essentially. This will all get pushed under the rug, and it's just to slow things down. And remember, the ETH ETF is also on the table. BlackRock filed for that. So this all makes perfect sense, perfect timing. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. It's the common playbook. But at the same time, this it's just interesting how the US approaches these things. And I saw this here. As of July 23rd, the cryptocurrency industry includes 190,000 direct employees, with 29% of them based in the US. So it's 30%. And I would imagine that would maintain as it scales as well. And that's another reason why I'm bullish on like the other ecosystems that operate outside of this. Like, even though the US is kind of the litmus test for what other countries will do globally, there's more outside the US than inside. And we're right at the cusp of like all this stuff breaking up and creating different markets for TradFi and how all this interacts together. So I don't know what the future holds, how the central bank digital currencies will shape up, how fiat currencies will shape up, how crypto fits into all that. But this narrative, I think, is getting broken to where the small majority is controlling the ebb and flow of the rest. I don't know how long that takes, but with things like this slowing down that process, you see other avenues popping up overseas and in different countries that have more fair, open legislation and quicker processes. So I think Hong Kong just jumped back on the bandwagon. You got the whole UAE narrative over there. So I have no idea. But I do find this, quite amusing to see that you have a bunch of the crypto companies willing to go up against the SEC. Now, technically, that's, an arm of the US government. I have no idea how long they could drag this out, how much money they would be willing to throw at this. I have a feeling that after the elections, this will shift gears and this is just temporary. But you can't deny the timing of all of this. It is insane that even though they're trying to say that MetaMask is operating as a securities broker, I think was the actual Wells notice they received. Yeah, in this case, the SEC alleges that MetaMask, a decentralized application browser built on the Ethereum blockchain, has been operating without the necessary broker license. So like, MetaMask doesn't actually sell anything. That's the funny part. Like, Gary Gensler, it was an MIT professor talking about Ethereum being decentralized. He's very familiar with the tech of blockchain. The wallet itself does not actually sell anything. It's just software. So it doesn't hold the assets. It doesn't sell them to you, nothing. It just is a way for you to interface directly with the blockchain. The blockchain is where those transactions take place. So I don't know. I don't think they have a leg to stand on this, but I think they can definitely create enough FUD in the industry to slow things down, and that's kind of the point. But we're right in the middle of a bull run. It's, well, again, according to Raw Power, we're not in crypto summer yet, but the bull run has already happened because the halving took place, and we did break previous all-time highs. But as of this video, we have not broken the all-time market cap high of 3 trillion and some change. So how long this takes, when it will be fixed, again, I'm judging by the end of the year for the election, regardless of who sits in that seat. This is all just for that. That's it. But it's good to see that these companies are willing to go to fight for this. And I say the absolute worst case scenario is that they would just move their companies overseas. So the opportunities are boundless outside of the overreach of the US regulations and stuff. So one way or another, crypto is here to stay. It may take a different shape or form, but it's not going anywhere. That's the beauty of the blockchain and this decentralized ledger that exists. And the more they push back on it, the more it's kind of like a Hydra. You cut off a head and another one pops back up because the people are familiar with it. If you're an OG like me, go back to the days of Napster when that was the first file sharing software for music. They went after them. And then immediately like dozens of others came up, and then Apple created a model where it's like, okay, well, let's just have digital music and distribute it more fairly and make it cheap. And then your online streaming services like Spotify kicked in. So that's where this is going to go. You can only beat this horse for so long and try to keep the genie in the bottle, but people are waking up and see the writing on the walls. The 2008 financial crisis, the massive inflation and printing that they did during COVID, and they realize that the people in charge are incompetent at best, malicious at worst. So one way or another, a new regime is coming. Chances are, but where do you want to sit when this takes place, I guess, is the question. So all right, that's all I got. This is mainly just to tell you about the MetaMask. If you see that kind of popping up on your radar, nothing to worry about. I'm sure that will still be there, the software, and nothing from them in regards to like your keys or anything being compromised, blah, 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 none of that stuff. It's just the SEC doing what it's been doing. So worst case is we'll see them with some kind of fee or fine they have to pay, and then things will go back to normal. Nothing's changed on the MetaMask browser. I don't even use it. I use Rabby, and there's so many other options besides just MetaMask. But it's clear that the SEC likes to try to target the big dog in the fight, like they did with Binance, like they're doing SRP, and then now MetaMask. So if they feel like they can get a win on MetaMask, I guess they think that the other could just line up. But like I said, it's just going to make opportunity for people to create other ones. It's not going to stop. So you're in the right place if you're watching this video. That means you are in the know. And now we are literally at the now they fight you stage, and then you win. So I think the next cycle, by the end of this cycle, that's it. This is the fighting in this cycle. Once that's over, everything else is the victory for all this. So that's all I got. Hope that provides some value. If it did, smash that HBO special. Help a brother out. Like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, live daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.